All right, regarding upgrades, so we're gonna have the testnet that will happen uh, tonight. I mean, for people in Europe. So 9:30 or 9:30 UTC. So nothing special. So it's been a bit delayed, as Charlie mentioned, because of the testnet halt. But nothing special outside of monitoring the upgrades in case something happens. But also, we're gonna upgrade the protocol contracts so we can enable authenticated calls. Yeah, I will manage this. The new contracts have already been reviewed. Nothing special on that. It's just before we make the upgrades, if there is transaction on the gateway that happens, it will be reverted basically because the new interface will not be compatible. But the upgrade, the plan is to do the upgrade immediately. Yeah, the protocol, the contract upgrade. Sorry, after immediately after the node upgrade, and mainnet the gateway migration this week. So contracts plan to have those deployed today. Still need to do some check, but yeah, then we're gonna start processing the different proposals from tomorrow. Any other thing someone I want to bring on the updates? All right. Topics.
Maybe we can talk about this later, but we've been seeing a lot of random failures and like timeouts and end tests over the past week. I think you'd file an issue about that, but you should try and prioritize that because it degrades everybody's experience.
It's recent. I think that's the Bitcoin. I created
Yeah,
one.
the split Bitcoin ED test into two runners is, I think, what you had filed to address that.
Yeah. Did you start looking at it, Charlie? I mean that shouldn't be complicated. It's just we need to have two signer, and I don't think we ever tested having two Bitcoin signers in the end-to-end test. Charlie, so still have mic issues, or can you at least write in chat?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I just get rid of my microphone and then yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, let's I mean, I take this first, and
okay.
and then switch to the what's that? The Ethereum safe block tag one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe we can increase the time, but just for time being, I don't know. Yeah. SPL token support on Solana. Anything on that, Stefan?
No, it's in progress. I
You can
merged
go first.
the whitelist both on Node and Contracts repo. And now I'm starting with withdraw SPL tokens. I think it's everything grouped into two issues like deposit and withdraw, but I will do it one by one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm currently working on withdraw SPL.
Good. Shouldn't we do the deposit first because you can't test the withdraw without the deposit, no?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I just started with this because we already have withdraw instruction, but yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this one. Okay, no. I think this we don't need it for the initial release. Just remove it. Cool. Any updates on Dimitri?
Yep. So
It's
I merged PR regarding different test cases. I think it's not merged yet. Is it in merge queue?
I think
But yeah, anyhow, this PR has a couple of.
there's some discussion to resolve all the conversation.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, so this PR adds a couple of end-to-end test cases as well as refactors minor things in Observer and Signer. Tom, I also checked testnet node that we provisioned last week in Sandbox virtual environment, and the issue that I noticed is that the node state is like approximately 30 gigs, but it also stores archive, and archives like grows linearly, and it's already like 80 gigs for 3 or 4 days. I mean, like the history for 4 days is about 80 gigs. So I found out how to tweak those parameters in the node because apparently the node writes all of those configuration parameters into systemd. Yeah, there's like no JSON config. You just literally need to edit systemd service. And yeah, that might be an issue for deployment, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Technically, no blockers for testnet deployment. We just need to settle on the topic of how many light servers do we want to provision for testnet? Like, do we want to provision one for each observer signer on testnet, or do we want to roll out a couple of nodes and share them? And yep, otherwise, everything is implemented.
Cool. I don't see Chris here. Chris is going to kind of lead on setting them up, but we'll probably run for testnet one or two of them, and then for mainnet we'll probably run one, maybe two, and then we're going to have at least one or two other parties run the rest. Like Bastion will run one, and hopefully all the observer sign will run their own. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because for mainnet, like a pretty beefy machine is required, like 128 gigs of RAM probably, like close to Solana in terms of performance and hardware.
Yes, yeah, we're looking into that. We did find one provider who will run a light client for you, so that's an option as well for some people. But I think the plan was, it depends when you need this, right? If you're like, hey, it's ready to deploy on testnet, we're going to just go ahead and use the, I think it's RockX. They offer light clients, so we're going to start it with that and see how it works while we build up our own.
Oh, cool. Another topic I think is SDK on the front end side. So I think we can collaborate with Dennis on this. He did some work last week. Dennis, do you have anything to share regarding this?
Yeah, I've started working on adding it onto LocalNet, but not on SDK. I think it's gonna be easier once it's part of LocalNet, but yeah, it's work in progress still.
You mean LocalNet with the hard hat, right?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really depend on Hardhat, but the one in TypeScript for developers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you need any help or explanation from my side?
I will definitely ping you if something comes up, for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Because I have no idea like how to monitor events on ton contracts, but yeah, I've been distracted with another thing today, so I'm gonna continue to.
Oh, no worries. We can arrange something this week.
Cool.
So
Okay, and so yeah, so that's it.
we're just wondering for LocalNet, like you're gonna run the general LocalNet command. It's gonna run ton LocalNet, or do you have an option to run ton?
So technically, there's like no local net, but there's a library called Tone Sandbox, and it has like TypeScript bindings over T++ binary with the TVM tone virtual machine. And so it has all of the wrappers to imitate real transactions, outcomes, guest usage, etc. So for local purposes, it should be more than enough. I mean, in terms of contract development.
Okay. So you don't have any process, it's just
Yeah, it's just like a process within your test cases or like within your hard-hat environment.
Okay, it's interesting.
I mean, it's still going to allow developers to deploy contracts there. It's just going to be in memory. I think it's a pretty good solution if it works.
Yeah, and interestingly, all of this also works in any Tone wallet. So when you want to send a transaction from, let's say, Tonekeeper, they also estimate your transaction within your phone. So they offload contract state, apply transaction, and like allow you to assume outcome, like how much would it cost, etc. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. You were saying something else?
Come again?
You were saying something else before.
I think it's not related. This is just the fact that I've started to draft something regarding Zeta Client V2, starting together some like overview on the Zeta Client, like what's good, what's bad, and I think it would be cool to have some feedback from DevOps team regarding like operation experience, what can be improved from ops side, like how exactly should we improve login metrics, probably improve a tool called Supervisor, right? Because we have Zergan and we have Supervisor. So yeah, I think we can also include this into the scope of the client V2 refactoring.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Sounds good. Thanks. Yeah, universal staking for Jazz, so no here right now.
Yeah, right now the universal staking. I'm finishing the function to withdraw the CRC20 coins. The only problem that I found last week is that as I mentioned in Slack, the F1 Cosmos distribution scheme doesn't allow us to withdraw one specific coin. Instead, it's like a withdraw all or nothing scheme. So what I'm doing basically is when withdrawing CRC20s, I'm filtering out all the CRC20 coins that the delegator has to, is going to withdraw, and then we try to burn the coins, unlock them, and emit one event per CRC20 unlocked. So it's like deterministic events. Other than that, there is no blockers. I will be pushing this PR later today, just for so the people can start reviewing it.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think there is an issue claiming everything same time, as long as we have like the ES20 that that are received as ES20s, so we don't handle like Cosmos coin.
Yeah. In the future, if we have IBC or Cosmos coins, maybe they should be, I don't know if changed or documented or something, so people knows that when you withdraw CRC20, you will also withdraw Cosmos coins. So they have to be. I will try to document it, but we have to remind it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can like withdraw bags. Okay. This one was completed, right?
Yeah, this one is completed.
Yeah, I think when put the issue on it. Is this one? Yeah, I think so. I don't know why GitHub is not working. Like, clear had the issue. Don't find it. I think it worked better this way.
Yeah, that's weird.
Okay. All right, closing this one. And yeah, I think we're on a good track on this one. Okay, yeah, that will be the remaining one. And yeah, we should talk for once you're starting this one. I think we should talk a bit. We should prepare like documentation first to clearly define how we get the fonts to like font the distribution. Something we should look into. I think we should introduce a deposit fee when you initiate deposit from a connected chain, and that could be used for the Zeta stakers, but also as uh like spam protection. Right now we prevent
Yeah.
we don't allow doing several deposits in the same transaction, because then you could spam deposit because you don't pay any fees when you make a deposit on the chain. But if we introduce a fee, that will have two benefits. We can have funds to give to the stakers, and also use it as spam and enable doing several deposit same transaction. Yeah. Anyway, we should talk a bit about that. So once you start working on this one.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool. Simulation tests. Yeah. You working on that. Tell me.
Yeah. So I don't have. So right now I'm trying to work on the simulation test for cross-chain module and setting up the state and operations for the CCTX to work. So the first two that I started with are the inbound vote and the gas price vote. And yeah, I was blocked with a few issues over the last week, but I think I've gone through and fixed most of them. So I should be able to raise like a PR sometime this week, which includes these two operations and some of the easier ones like rate limiter flags and like some of the ones which do not like have like complex logic. And sorry, you were saying something?
No. You can just finish what you were saying.
Yeah, and then the bigger piece is like the outbound vote, which I want to tackle in a separate PR because the one that I'm working on right now has been uh, going on for like a while now. It's almost 2 weeks. So I want to raise a PR and get like whatever I have till now merged in. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Couldn't we just do either inbound or gas votes as first peer, so it will be as smooth as possible? Is there any reason to include those at the same time?
Yeah, so okay, I can just raise a PR with inbound vote and gas price thing. I was thinking of adding some more operations, but Yeah, I can do that. I can
just inbound. So like if there are thing in the direction that should change, as first review would be the address. That would be better.
Okay, you mean to say like exclude the gas price stuff out of the
Just
first PR?
inbound. The gas price, like you use a fixed one. I don't think you don't even need the gas price as long as you don't have a outbound. Or I think you don't even need the gas price anywhere for simulation tests.
Yeah, I mean, if you want like a fixed gas price, then yeah, you don't need that. But if you want like a randomized price,
Yeah, no, but I think first one, just inbound, will be best, so we keep it as small as possible.
okay. So the inbound simulation that I have, it does the inbound with type zeta. So I'll probably try to raise a PR for that and then expand it to using like other token types.
Okay.
So I got a question on this. Just why start with the cross-chain module instead of starting with the, I would imagine simpler to execute, like to set it up on, like staking, banks, and like the more fundamental modules.
It's already done.
Yeah, those are done.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So the Cosmos modules already have tests, and we just needed to set up the framework for them to be run. And yeah, so that's done, and it's part of the CI now.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I hadn't seen that. And then how often does it run? Every PR, or is it like a nightly one?
So right now it's triggered to run on every PR which touches any code in the X directory, and you can also add a tag called simtest, which would run it.
Okay, cool. I'll take a look. Thanks.
Yeah, we don't have a symbol. Oh, okay, you need a tag. We don't have XML running.
Yeah, it doesn't run automatically on like ZetaChain PRs for now.
Okay. Do you know we have a like small one that is fast that we could have in our PRs?
Sorry, what's that?
We had a fast version of simulation node, like we could include every PR.
Yeah, the tests that we have right now, they all run faster than the end-to-end, and it's running in parallel. So we are running the end-to-end anyways. So it gets like the sim tests run before that.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Moving on. Yeah. There was this here from Panro. Yeah, I was wondering if there were some updates on that. I think there were recent changes. Yeah. Are you here?
Yes. The thing is in a pretty good shape, almost ready for merge. There's maybe one review to address.
Okay.
So one thing to note is that it adds two telemetry. Well, it adds one to the Prometheus telemetry and adds two to the custom 8123 port telemetry. So one is the list of connected list of connections of P2P, and the second is the so it periodically pings the signers, other signers, and just records the RTT.
Okay.
So that we'll just look at those endpoints, and it will tell us like connectivity issues. Give us somewhat detailed view of it.
Okay. And right now we just push it to DevOps and will be part of the next release in December. We don't need it before.
Well, okay. So, in terms of backporting to the existing versions, if you don't have this and you have a DHT removed, then there might be some problem with keygen because you don't know who the peer addresses are. But that could be resolved by hard coding a peer address book. So you always have a record.
Okay, so let's just put it for V2E2.
Okay. But at the same time, I mean, it does have a bunch of interesting telemetry, so I don't know whether we want to backport those as well, in case that we have some like connectivity issue in the interior.
Yeah, let's see what the V22 schedule ends up looking like, and then consider backporting it.
Yeah, it might be worth backporting, but let's.
V2E2, I know it's planned for December, the week 10 December. I don't have the exact date, but somewhere like that. Well, yeah, I guess we can discuss on that. Can follow up on that next week, or also if we need to backport it. Yeah, great. Go Ethereum. Any blocker on that? I see it's been reviewed.
Yeah, need reviews on the Ethernet side.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's worth noting on that while we're talking about it, this does not upgrade the instruction set past London. So we're still on London. And then in a separate PR, we could upgrade to the Cancun instruction set. But I wanted to keep those things completely separate. The benefit of upgrading the Cancun instruction set is theoretically we could change the default target on protocol contracts in Payless Gas and Ethereum and whatnot.
Change the default targets.
Yeah, like our we're targeting the London instruction set on protocol contracts right now, even for like mainnet Ethereum.
Okay. Yeah, I see. What we deploy? Okay. Yeah. We'll review the termin one today. But we already talked about the tendency. There's another one I want to bring up. Yeah, on testnets. I mean, I already talked. I think William is looking into it, but yeah, there is on testnet some inbounds that curiously don't get like observed by all observers, and yeah, it's a bit curious because it's not like one fixed set of observer that doesn't observe inbound. It sometimes just change between the observer. There are some that doesn't observe any inbounds or so. So yeah, seems it's just on testnet. But it's weird because it's just I think some transaction that they send didn't get observed. While sometimes you send and it just get observed normally. I didn't run through this issue, so yeah, we should look into it like determine if there is something in the protocol or it's just like some issues in the networking the observers like I don't know the RPC we're using or but I don't know there's just some inbound sometime some observer that don't vote for the inbound.
Is this for gateway v2 only?
Yeah, Dennis, so those inbounds was just is Dennis still here? Yeah. So it was just depositing call with the gateway that you ran to this non-observed inbound.
Yeah, and the odd thing is that when I actually created a transaction offline and used ETH, what is it, ETH raw transaction sign or something, it worked. But when I was using Hardhat, it failed to observe. And like maybe it's just a coincidence, but the TXs that I posted in this issue are like literally the same. Not, I mean, they're not the same, but they're very, very similar. So I couldn't figure
Okay.
out like why was that happening.
Can you maybe do other tests? Like maybe we can determine if it's like consistent. You send with a hard hat, it does get voted, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe the transaction has some specific formats where for some of the error it doesn't get observed. But yeah, in general, I think maybe we need some more like information on how to reproduce if it's specifically with the hard hat action. So yeah, action item on that. I think if you can just run another test, determine if it's really the hard that is causing the inbound being not observed.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it's just same on main. It's the hard hat action. You can't do something similar with the old contracts. I was wondering if we could try it on main as well.
Okay, I'll try to send some transactions on testnet, see what happens.
Yeah, that's great. All right, that's it for the agenda. Is there anything else someone want to bring up?
Yeah, if we could switch to the features table and update that, that would be great. If we do that, we can actually make it public so people can use it. I mean, we can do it offline. It's just some chains are out of date right now.
Okay, I will review it.
Thanks.
Can we look at the bugs view on GitHub issues? I think there's a few filed.
From last week, so there's this one that's been brought.
Yeah, maybe you can assign me to that one because I see it's RPC related.
Is related to what you fixed recently for V21?
No, I don't think. I think this. Yeah, I wouldn't say because this is open last week, but I can check to confirm.
Okay, well, if it's on test on mainnet, we don't have a. Okay. yeah, what's that other one? I would still need to review, but is there some bug we have you want to discuss?
No, that was the only one that I saw that we need to talk about. I might look at the EVM signer unstable because that's been hitting me quite a bit in CI.
Oh yeah, this one has been for a long time. Yeah, I don't even think it's very. It's tests we had of very old tests. I'm not even sure they're still like relevant. But yeah, if you want to spend some time to look at it, that would be great. Cool. I'm gonna stop sharing screen. Is there anything else? All right, that's it then. Thanks everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a great week ahead.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you. Talk to you.